What's up, guys? I'm back again. Daily show, free NBA daily plays, daily bets. I'm Eric. I am the host, the line originator, bet originator for all of my release plays on Twitter at Easy Money Wins. So follow me there. It's all documented. I'm all transparent. I got nothing to hide at Easy Money Wins. Currently, right now, I have to get this podcast out just because of my personal life, work schedule, and all that stuff. And I'm sweating out the under in the Dallas San Antonio. It was looking, there's like 47-49 at halftime, had under 228 and a half, and it was looking clean. And then all of a sudden, it was a 71-point third quarter, and now I'm in a little bit of a sweat here. But enough of tonight. I still feel pretty good about this. Let's hope. Cross our fingers. This cashes for us. I'm going to be kind of monitoring it as I go through this podcast. But a really, really nice slate of games tomorrow. There's 10 games tomorrow. I'm going to get into it right now. Let's not waste any time. And let's start it off, guys. Let's start it out. Okay, tomorrow, the 25th. Excuse me. So I have the Brooklyn Nets at the Orlando Magic. It's the Magic's home opener, but then they also have to go on the road on Saturday to Memphis. So, sorry guys, let me clear my throat real quick. Excuse me, guys. Okay, feel better. All right, Magic at home, but they got Memphis Saturday. Brooklyn has no back-to-back. And this is the thing. I want to start off by saying this. I feel like there's a lot of big overreaction to back-to-backs being played. And I feel like they think it's like such a disadvantage. And the books, I don't know how they're necessarily shading it, but I feel like this is why I really love the NBA regular season. Because if you can navigate the back-to-backs well and see like when it's truly a really bad back-to-back spot versus when it's not a bad back-to-back spot, that's when you can really catch some good value with the lines and win a lot of money. And I mean that's what I've done last year, the last couple seasons. But I feel like I'm in a really, really better spot now to identify how these back-to-backs work and when is it really a disadvantage and when is it just like really not that big of a deal. So in my opinion with back-to-backs like the Magic here, they're going to Memphis on Saturday. Orlando to Memphis, that's not a bad flight at all. That's really not bad travel. I don't look at this as a really hard back-to-back for the Magic, and it's also their home opener. And so I do think that they're going to come ready to play in this one. I do. And I lean the Magic. The Nets, they were pretty much getting handled by Atlanta for that second half, and they stormed a comeback and covered the spread. Thank goodness I had the Nets. But I don't think they're going to be able to do that against the Magic. And the line is, minus 11.5. And for good reason. I think the Magic are one of the better teams in the East. This is kind of like their third year of like this young core being together, and they want to take this jump, they want to take this leap. And I mean, bottom line is they just have too much size for the Nets. Like they're going to be able to out rebound and control the glass against the Nets. And then, they're just the team's been together. They know how to play with each other. The Nets, they still have a really hurt bench. It's really just Cam Thomas scoring and Dennis Schrader. Let me see. I don't think. No. Sorry, Schrader's gonna play. I was thinking of quickly for the Raptors. Let me see. Just double check. Yeah. So the Nets, they really don't have that much depth on the bench. So Orlando's very deep. I am thinking about playing them first quarter, first half, and full game. We will see. Man, guys, this freaking San Antonio Dallas game, this is crazy. This is so crazy. Like if I lose this bet, I'm gonna be really sad, guys. I am because I thought this was gonna hit clean. All right. Anyways, sorry. Back to these games. I mean to tomorrow's games. So the Nets and the Magic. Talked about that one. Over under. I lean under 214.5. Again, Atlanta doesn't play like tough defense. I mean that's who they've been. Exactly how Atlanta won the other night. yesterday against the Nets is how Atlanta has basically handled ever since Trae Young got there. They win, but they can't pull away from a lot of teams, and they don't close out teams well. Like they always leave that room open to mount a little bit of a comeback and for the other team to cover a spread. So with the Nets, I don't think they're going to be able to do that here. I think the Magic really control this game start to finish, and yeah, I'm probably going to get there with the Magic tomorrow. All right, next game is Philadelphia at Toronto. And I don't know why this line is so low because I'm telling you right now, just because Embiid's out and just because Paul Pierce is out does not mean that the 76ers traveling to Toronto should only be 3.5 point favorites. Like, I think they should be -6. I will be on the 76ers tomorrow. Um, I mean, they ran into kind of a buzzsaw in Milwaukee in the first game, and then they kind of caught their rhythm, and then they were playing well. They kind of mounted a little bit of a comeback against Milwaukee, but then Dame Lillard just got hot. But the Raptors, they're going to be without Emmanuel Quickley and R.J. Barrett. Well, not officially, but they're doubtful. And Quickley had to leave the game the other night, so I really doubt those two guys play. I really do doubt those two guys play. So Toronto really has nobody. I mean, they have Scotty Barnes, Jakob Pertl, and a bunch of guards that really are not efficient and really just not that great. So I'm telling you, I really, really doubt that Toronto wins this game. And so, I mean, I think this is going to be my first 4-unit play of the year, Philly -3.5. And I feel really, really good about this. The over-under, I can't call it because the Raptors just don't play good defense. It's not like the 76ers are looking to like run teams out of the gym either. Um, so I mean, you could think of it that way, but I really don't have a good feel on this total. So I'm gonna let that be there. That 219. I'm just gonna let that live. But yeah, 76ers, I'll be on them full game. I mean, Tyrese Maxey's still playing. They have plenty of good guards. Andre Drummond's a really good big. So I'm fine. I'm fine with the 76ers. I think they're going to handle business after the loss. The back-to-backs, Philly does not have a back-to-back, and Toronto does. So they have to go to Minnesota. It's really not that bad a travel. It's not that big of a deal, in my opinion, but it might be a little bit of something. You know, with them being on the back-to-back, I'm really surprised that this line's only -3.5. I'm definitely on Philly tomorrow. That's for sure. All right, next game, the Hornets at the Hawks at Atlanta. See what the line is. I forgot. Atlanta -5.5, -5. So yeah, it's -5. Over unders 230. Let's see. I got Hornets on a back-to-back at Miami. Atlanta is not on the back-to-back. And then the Hornets will be without Brandon Miller. They're a really good shooting guard. Everyone else looks to go. Well, I mean, except for like the other guys that didn't play the other night. The center, gosh, Mark Williams, he's not going to play. And then, yeah. So I do lean Atlanta here, even though I've kind of been trash talking them, not covering spreads. But for some reason, I look at Brooklyn, like what they had on the floor the other night is a little bit better than the Hornets. Maybe a little bit. I don't know, guys. The Hornets have like sneaky guards. Like they have sneaky guard play. Like they can be really good one night, they can be really bad the other night. But Charlotte's bench depth I really don't like. I mean, they were kind of getting blown out at Houston before they stormed back and won that game outright. And it was getting ugly. And I think Atlanta can get there and make this one maybe not look ugly, but I think they can get a good like 6, 7, 8 point win here. So I do lean Atlanta. I'm not there officially with it, but we will see. I'm definitely leaning that way. I feel pretty good about that. The Hawks, there's potential there. I think this is a game where against like a lesser opponent, they can really get a good win here on a Friday night. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, guys. I'm hopeful. Excuse me. Sorry. Gosh, this San Antonio Dallas game is driving me freaking crazy, guys. Mavericks had 25 points, and there's only 5 minutes left. Like, holy smokes. This is just like Let's see. So the Mavericks can score 16 to 228, and then the Spurs 6. So 22 more points in 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, guys, this is gonna be close. This is not enjoyable. All right, let's move on, guys. Let's move on. Next game. Next game. All right, next game is Detroit, the Pistons at the Cavaliers. JB Bickerstaff, the head coach for the Pistons. This will be his first game back in Cleveland. Ever since he was the coach for 4 years or 5 seasons with Cleveland, and now he's coming back. So this is his first game back, and both teams, I believe, are on back-to-backs. Yeah, Detroit's really not that bad. Again, I mean, they're just going back home to play Boston. Cleveland to Detroit's not a long bus ride or a plane flight, whatever they do. And then Cleveland's at Washington, D.C. That's really not that bad of a plane flight either. So I think both teams are going to be ready to go. And Detroit, I like their bench scoring. I like Tim Hardaway Jr. I like Malik Beasley. Like, they have guys that can keep games close, and those are two new guys that they didn't have last year. That I feel like, sorry, excuse me, that I feel like is going to give them a legitimate chance to cover a lot of point spreads. And so Cleveland traditionally, like historically, has been really, really good in the first half, first quarters, especially at home. I kind of lean them in the first quarter, first half, and then the Pistons cover the full game spread. I really do think that the Pistons are going to play hard for Bickerstaff. I don't know if I'm going to get there with it. I really don't know. Gosh, guys, sorry, I cannot keep my eyes off this Dallas and San Antonio game. I think this is going to lose, guys. It's 2 plus 15 points in 4.5 minutes. We'll see. Well, it's going to be really close. But yeah, JB Bickerstaff, the Pistons, they played really hard against the Pacers the other night, and they should have won that game. They really messed that up. And so, like, 10.5, it just feels like too much. Like, yeah, Cleveland's really good, but I mean, Cleveland looked extra good against like one of the worst teams in the NBA and the Raptors the other night. So I think the Pistons that are kind of like being graded out is still bad because I mean the final score is that they lost the other day, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that the Pistons are going to cover this. I really might get there with this. I think they're going to play really hard for Bickerstaff coming back, and I do think that they cover this. I think I'm going to get there with the plus 10.5 for the Pistons. And then I might take the Cavaliers first quarter, first half. So we'll see. We'll see. Follow me on Twitter at EasyMoneyWins for all my official releases. Next game. Oh, this is a great game, guys. Indiana, the Pacers at the Knicks. If you follow the NBA, you know that this went 7 games in the Eastern Conference semifinals last year. And I want to bet New York here. I really do. I still think Indiana's the better team, like right now with everybody healthy, and then the Knicks still trying to figure out Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns and how that all fits in and works. So I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to get there with the Knicks. I think, they're going to come out and play really motivated. And then the Pacers, they were kind of BSing around the other night. I know it was against the Pistons. I know they're going to get more up for this game, but still, I don't think the Pacers are like all focused right. I mean, and they're kind of that kind of team too, guys. I mean, even last year, like they kind of take their foot off the gas. They kind of like pick and choose spots when they really want to come out and bring the intensity. And I know New York's going to bring that intensity. Just need them to shoot well. Just really need them to shoot well. So both teams are not on on the front end of back to back. So both teams will have the day off Saturday. So sorry guys, it's 219 points. Dallas and San Antonio. 3 minutes left, so they can score 9 points. Man, that's so annoying. I think that's gonna go over the total. That really sucks, guys. All right. Anyways, let's stay focused here. Over under in this game is 227. It's kind of hard because I know the Knicks are going to come out and they're going to play really well and really hard, and I think that translates to scoring. And the Pacers can score too, so I kind of lean over. But yeah, I think I'm going to get there with the Knicks, guys. I think I am. I think they're going to come out. They've been waiting to play the Pacers again. They're going to be ready for this one. Excuse me. Next game, Memphis at Houston. I like this game a lot as well. Memphis, like I said, is on the first of the back-to-back. They play their home opener against the Magic on Saturday. And let's see. The Rockets just have to go to San Antonio, so it's like right up the road. That's really not a bad trip at all. I mean, they'll probably sleep at home. They won't even travel after the game. So really not even concerned about Houston there on the back-to-back. Jaren Jackson Jr. is most likely not gonna play. He's doubtful, and yeah, I don't think he plays. And then also, Memphis, they just played like the Jazz, and the Jazz are still. They're such a psycho team. They can be really, really good shooting, or they can be really bad shooting, like they were the other night. And then they don't have good bigs to rebound the ball. So I mean, they're really streaky, and so that's kind of what happened. Like Memphis controlled the paint, and just kind of took care of business against a Jazz team that wasn't shooting well. They're not going to get that this game. Houston's mad. They messed up, and they should have just really blown out the Hornets. Like they really should have blown them out. And so I think Houston's going to be really focused in this one. I think they're going to win this game. I feel pretty good about that. And I think they're going to cover first quarter, first half, full game. So I'm probably going to be on Houston for sure tomorrow. Houston's pretty healthy. I mean, Dylan Brooks and Cam Whitmore are both probable to play. So I feel really strongly that Houston's going to come out and take care of business. Over under 218. I kind of lean under 218. Again, like I said the other day, Memphis doesn't have like that great of shooting right now from 3-point land. It's really just Desmond Bane and Aldama. Other than that, in Houston's kind of a streaky team from three as well, and they kind of relied on the 3-point too much last game. So I think they do try to attack the paint, even if Edey's in there. I think they do. So I lean under 218. I actually might get there with that bet as well. All right, let's see here. Next game, Chicago at Milwaukee. Milwaukee, sorry guys, can't read my notes. I think Milwaukee has a back-to-back, but I think they're at home. Chicago is on back-to-back. They're playing at OKC on Saturday. Oh no, Milwaukee has no back-to-back. Sorry, Milwaukee has no back-to-back. Let's see here. I like Milwaukee. The number's high, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Dame Lillard. He came out before the season, said he's focused and that he wants to come out and play hard and play well and show like last year was kind of a fluke. And he said it wasn't his focus because he was going through a lot, which he was. So I think, gosh, guys, I can't. It's 2:25. There can only be 3 more points left for the Spurs. Damn it. There's only one. They can't make another shot. Sorry, guys. This just sucks. I hate losing these bets so much. These over-unders, NBA will drive you crazy, guys. It will drive you crazy. You got to really just, like let these, like, awful beats just not eat at you and stay focused and go off. Oh, there it goes. See, I lost the bet. It's 2:29 right now. Gosh, it's so annoying. It's so frustrating. It's like 47-49. It's like dead under. Like, no freaking shot. And then the Spurs give up a 40-point third quarter and 73 points in the second half. And then they score as well. Like, they go 31. They score 60 points in the second half as well. So, man, it's like beyond frustrating. And then, oh, man, I think it's going to land 229. And then, like, I'm trying not to take bad juice crap. So, yeah, it's also bad betting by me, guys. I waited too long to bet that 229. It's going to land 229 exactly. Which is like, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm like venting on the podcast at the same time. This is just so, oh my gosh, guys. Like, so frustrating. All right. Well, I should have won that bet. That's my fault. I waited too long on that. I should have bet that earlier. 229.5 would have won for the under. So, yeah, I bet 228.5. So I'm only trying to take minus 105 juice. Like if I can see minus 105 juice, I'm going to take it. I really do believe in the long haul that that's going to pay dividends instead of taking minus 110. I mean, literally lost by a half a point. Like with NBA totals, that's not going to happen that often. It just doesn't. I mean, yeah, it happens a little bit like right now tonight, and like, that sucks, but it is what it is, guys. All right, let's move on. Bulls and Bucks. Like I said, I like the Bucks. I like first quarter, first half, full game. Probably going to get there with it. And then the total, it's so hard because not the Buccaneers, sorry, the Bucks can shoot really well and just blow them out. And the Bulls have some scoring capabilities too. And I don't know. I'm going to stay off that over under. Let's see. Next game is Golden State at Utah. Gotta wait to see if Curry plays and Draymond Green as well. Both have like lower body contusions. Both teams are not on back-to-backs. And then I feel like the Jazz are going to play well. And I feel like the Warriors are going to be a little bit too high off their wind on opening night. So I'm probably, even if Curry plays, I don't know. I think I'm going to stay off of it, even if he plays. I think Curry is going to play. It's only minus 2.5 right now. If he plays, we'll probably go up to like minus 3.5. But I don't know, guys. I got a weird feeling about that one. I think the Jazz come out and play really, really well. I think they do. All right. Next game is Phoenix at the Lakers. Suns at the Lakers. Let's see. Both are on a back-to-back. Phoenix just goes back home to Phoenix to play Dallas. And then the Lakers stay at home against Sacramento. Both teams won the other night. Lakers are a small favorite, minus 1.5. And I do like the Lakers here in this spot. Phoenix kind of got lucky the other night against the Clippers. And it's going to be a close game, but I do lean Los Angeles here. I do. I think, their starting five's actually, just as good as Phoenix, or can play just as well as Phoenix. Bradley Beal is probable, I believe, to play. He probably should play. But I lean the Lakers here. I do like the Lakers here in this one. I might get there with that one. The over-under's at 228.5. It's tough because the Lakers can be kind of sloppy and just let the game get away. And, yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see here. The next game, last game, is the Pelicans at the Trailblazers. DeJounte Murray fractured his hand, so he's not playing. But, I mean, in my opinion, that's not that big of a deal. Like, they didn't have him last year, and then C.J. McCollum ran the point guard a lot last year, so that's just what will happen. They got their core three, right? They got McCollum. They got Zion Williamson. He's going to play tomorrow. He's feeling better. And then they got Brandon Ingram. So, I mean, Portland's just really bad, guys. I think the line's too low. It's only minus 5.5. I do think the Pelicans, or it's minus 5. I think the Pelicans do win this, and I think they win by margin. I do. I think the Trailblazers are that bad. I think it's that simple, honestly. I really do. And then these teams also play each other again on Sunday at Portland. So literally same location, same place. And I think the Pels, that next game might be where they BS around. So hopefully Pelicans blow them out this game. Line inflates to like minus 8 the next game. And then I think that might be a spot to bet the Trailblazers. Maybe. I probably still won't do it, but that would be the spot to bet the Trailblazers. Let's see. Anything else? No, I don't have anything else, guys. That's it for tonight's show. Just like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on social media at Easy Money Wins. And let's have no more bad beats tomorrow. My goodness, this freaking... Gosh, so frustrating, guys. Literally so frustrating. Like, man, the NBA will drive you freaking nuts. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. We're moving on to Friday. Moving on to Friday, guys. I like a lot on tomorrow's games. We're going to make a lot of money tomorrow, so get ready. All right, I'll see you guys again for the next show tomorrow, and we'll go from there.